Independent journalist and YouTuber Nick Shirley, who helped expose the Minnesota daycare fraud, has made his way to the once golden state and found the fraud goes far beyond Minnesota and those Leering centers. Shirley capturing the moment outreach workers were seen handing out drug kits to the homeless.
This guy is clearly, he's passed out right now. How do we know that he is still alive and that he doesn't need Narcan right now?
He's breathing. You see his chest rising, and it's going up and down, and his color's good. Now, if he's blue, he's not responsive, his color's gone, he'd be like a blue, gray, purple color, then you know he's overdosing. Okay. So the most important thing is to hit him with Narcan. Doesn't matter how much Narcan you give him. You know, if you got 3 in here, give him all 3.
Because if you notice, like in your hand, you have the Narcan one, right? So they're giving you the drugs, the stuff to do the drugs, right? This, glass pipes, and then they're giving you the stuff to save your life, so you don't die, and then they give it to you every day.
Unbelievable. Crack pipe. You got the guy laying on the street. Joining me now live, the outstanding filmmaker, Dinesh D'Souza. He's got a new show streaming tonight. It's called Dinesh, quite simply. It's on YouTube, X, Rumble. We love Dinesh, so let's get out and support him. Welcome.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You know, I'm not sure what's crazier. This guy laying on the street, it's sad and tragic. And the taxpayer-funded fraud scheme that's going on, and overdoses are reversed. The cycle continues. More federal checks and state checks, I guess, are issued. Or the fact that the mainstream media, folks like 60 Minutes, they used to cover these kinds of stories, Dinesh. And now this guy on YouTube, I'm not meaning to dismiss him, but a young kid named Nick Shirley is lapping the mainstream media. Your thoughts?
Yeah, on the media side, it's remarkable what you can do with just a little enterprise and a camera, and also knowing where to go and what questions to ask. It becomes quite clear that much of what we call traditional media or mainstream media is an agenda-driven propaganda enterprise. And what you see here, what I like about what Nick is doing, is he puts us up close so that we can actually watch what's happening. And what seems to be happening here is you've got these social workers and they're like, hey, homeless man, please don't die on me, because that's going to be one less guy to service for the homeless industry. In other words, the industry exists for the benefit of the political class and for the Democratic Party and for the establishment of California. They have to keep these people alive, but sufficiently miserable and dependent that they're in constant need of government sustenance. So the whole thing is a depressing enterprise. Yeah,
I get what you're saying. It's amazing what you're saying. It's like they don't really want to help these people. They just want to keep them barely alive to keep more money coming in. It really is fraud. The president, meantime, digging in on more California fraud. A bombshell from Kelly Loeffler. She runs the Small Business Association administration and suspended over 111,000 borrowers in California who racked up nearly $9 billion in fraudulent COVID-era loans. When you hear this kind of stuff, it makes you think, how many billions of this vast federal budget and then a state budget in California is just outright fraud?
I think one of the things that COVID did is it turned a lot of ordinary people into thieves. You know, we keep hearing about how all these different groups are ripping off the government, these NGOs and so on. So people begin to think, well, gee, I need to get in on this, because after all, you've got this seemingly unlimited, limitless treasure that everyone can kind of benefit from. So it's very sad to see the way in which ultimately the poor taxpayer, the hardworking guy who's putting money into this till, is being ripped off right and left.
Yeah, no wonder why even Mark Zuckerberg, as a liberal, doesn't want to give any more tax money to California. He's moving to Miami. He's getting smart with that. Dinesh, we'll check out the show. We appreciate it. We'll see you soon, I hope.